Greetings, everyone. Jeff Burns here. We're going to talk about intelligent systems in the mortgage space and how Atrium's working with its clients to enable that intelligent experience. And so I'm Jeff Burns. I lead our customer success team here at Atrium. And joining me today, we have Gene Zeiger. Gene's responsible for our financial services customers here at Atrium. And Gene will talk through a number of detailed use cases and examples of the types of solutions that our financial services customers and our mortgage customers are working with today. And so we'll spend just a few minutes on the overview about Atrium, just to introduce those of you who haven't met us before. And then we'll get right into the details of our content today around industry trends, use cases, demo, and customer examples. All right, so just a few high points on Atrium. So Atrium is a consulting company. We focus on the intersection of customer relationship management strategy, analytics, and data science, and then enabling better decisions, harnessing analytics, machine learning, and predictions on the Salesforce platform, really enabling an intelligent experience for our customers. And we work with a variety of customers. We primarily focus in the enterprise space, with a heavy focus on financial services. And you can see here from a platform partner perspective to enable intelligent experience solutions to help our customers get the value out of their data and make better decisions as part of their process. We work, of course, with Salesforce, implementing Salesforce solutions across clouds. Tableau, both Tableau CRM, formerly Einstein, as well as traditional Tableau. MuleSoft, AWS, and Snowflake as the underpinnings for our data-driven solutions and being able to surface data from a single source of truth to multiple places for folks to make better decisions in the places where they're actually working in their systems of intelligence. So that's a little bit about Atrium. I will say that as most of our clients work through their data-driven journeys, it's common to work through just really a progression of maturity. And so most of the clients that we work with today really start out in kind of this early portion of the curve on the left-hand side here. And so we've got, a lot of self-service reporting. We've got spreadsheets. In many cases, our clients will have starting points with, some level of self-service analytics. It might be Tableau, it might be Power BI, it might be Einstein, generally in a disconnected manner and, kind of a swivel chair from the places where they're working in their systems of engagement like Salesforce. And so the journey that we work with our clients on is helping them progress from these early stages of their data maturity curve up through their first kind of minimum viable products you see there at level 3 in creating your first model, to really combining our model insights with descriptive analytics embedded so that we're able to take advantage of those insights in teachable moments for our teams in context of their business process in the places that they're working. And then progressing that as we build our ML-driven data architecture and our user experience into insight-driven recommendations, going from descriptive to predictive to prescriptive, and helping people to really take action based on those model recommendations, based on those analytic recommendations, and measuring those actions. And then in being able to do that, then being able to drive higher levels of automation. What actions can we just start automating with high levels of confidence to really drive next level of productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness for our teams? So that's a little bit about the data-driven maturity curve and how we help clients derive value out of their data through that journey. And Gene's going to talk us through some tangible examples, some trends that we're seeing in the financial services space and some of the use cases and examples of solutions that we're implementing. Gene?
Thanks very much, Jeff. So let's take a look at the state of the industry in the US. We have seen a huge migration from the urban areas to the suburban areas lately because of the pandemic. And in addition to that, we're experiencing a really strong market coupled with inherently low interest rates because the Fed wants to ensure that our economy stays afloat. All that comes together to make for a very strong market for both refinancing and new home purchases. In addition to that, from a technology perspective, we see a big disruption in expectations. The end user wants, the consumer wants mobile first experiences. They want the mortgage process to go much easier. And they're fully expecting their mortgage company to be able to deal with their mortgage as quickly as possible. So all that together, it really focuses our AI trends in the mortgage space on ensuring that we move the process forward quickly. And we like to subdivide that into three major areas that we're seeing as trends from an AI perspective. One huge one, obviously, is lead management. We want to make sure that we capture the leads appropriately, but most importantly, that we prioritize those leads and respond to all of the leads in a timely manner, as well as follow up on the most priority leads. Just as importantly, from a servicing perspective, we want to ensure that we can serve efficiently, and that is, ensure that we know everything about our customer. And also at the highest level, we want to make sure that we keep our customers, and that is recapture the loans when people want to refinance or move. And so those are the high level business AI trends. So let's take a look at some specific use cases and how we kind of think about and dissect all of those things. We like to bucket them in a couple of big areas. From a use case perspective, we start with acquisition and growth. And within this category, we of course start with lead scoring. Lead scoring is specifically focused on increasing our new customer growth, increasing our conversions, improving the efficiency of our loan officers. And there, what we're doing is really zeroing in on the capabilities around referrals, likelihood of a lead to become an application and obviously close, and routing those leads appropriately to the right people. Secondly, we focus on the propensity of other products, and that is in a banking scenario where a company does more than just mortgage loans. We want to ensure that the organization is able to identify opportunities for other services that they can deliver, and that might often lead to wealth management and really ensuring that we get a full customer 360 and take the customer on a journey with us. And obviously, the core outcome for our acquisition is likelihood of loan closure. So we are spending quite a bit of time with our customers, ensuring that we understand what factors influence the likelihood of a loan to close and what we can do to ensure that we focus on those issues. The second large bucket is the service and retention bucket. And so here, right now, we're really zooming in on servicing efficiency. How do we become extremely efficient at managing the servicing process so that when invariably we get the down market and the interest rates start to rise, we can be a really cost-effective machine? And so we're focusing on lowering costs. We're improving case close times by coming up with better ways to manage the process by call deflection with bots. In addition, we want to make sure that when we do speak with the customer and when we are on the phone, we're providing the best customer service, and often that's influenced by a deep understanding of the customer and the ability to have the customer 360 view. And so we're maximizing the future opportunity, we're increasing customer loyalty here. And lastly, and obviously critically important, we want to make sure that we recapture the loan. And that is when a customer moves on and needs another refinancing, is taking the next step in their home buying experience, that we are the organization that they continue working. So we have a special guest today. Ryan Kirkwood from Salesforce is a senior solution engineer. We're super excited to have him. So we're going to ask Ryan to show you what an intelligent loan application process looks like using Salesforce. Ryan, take it away.
Hello, my name is Ryan Kirkwood, and today I'm going to walk you through a quick demo of our financial services cloud, primarily focused on lending and in the persona of a loan officer. So first things first, to log in, to get going here, we're going to put in our credentials, get fired up, and to start our day. First place we're going to land is the home screen here that aggregates everything to help me be the most productive and intelligent loan officer I can be, to make sure that I'm working on and trying to fund the right leads and prospects to close in the shortest amount of time and generate as much interest as I can for my firm. I have a variety of tiles here to help me manage my day. However, I want to start off with this one on the far right side around leads that have come in. So in this case, these are folks that have maybe filled out a pre-qualification form, raised a hand on a website or a web form, and we've funneled them into Salesforce, into my view, and they've been scored and graded based on the value as well as the propensity to be funded in a timely fashion. So starting over here at the top of my list, we have Richard Bennett, and his lead is surfaced to me right here at the top. So clicking into this, I can get a quick view into what we've collected from Richard, all from a few forms here. So on the far right side is everything that we've collected, and maybe also synced up with information that we already have for him. If this was part of a bank, maybe we can pull in his existing profile and balances into this to see even more information. At any rate, Einstein has told me on the far right side that this is a score of an 85. Great lead for me to follow up on, as well as some positives for me to keep an eye on. So from here, I can go ahead and pick up the phone, give Richard a call, and while I'm on the phone, if there's anything that I need to further qualify, I have some guidance here for me to run through, keep me on task, right, and speed up my data collection. Maybe we're at the point where we need to talk a little bit further or schedule an appointment with a colleague of mine, maybe get that closing booked, right? We can go ahead and schedule those resources right from here and pull up various calendars. Maybe I was more on the pre-qual side of things, not a full-blown loan officer. This is the area where I would be able to afford it to do that. Really speeds up with getting the right leads into the right loan officer's hands in a timely fashion. All from inside the platform, never left. Picking back up with the story, I came into here, got off a great phone call with Richard, left my comments here, and we are firing this off to Sophia. In this case, we're going to go ahead and move Richard into our point of sale system. As you can see here on the far right side, just as an example, we have an integration built through, in this example, for Blend for us to kick this off into our point of sale system. Could be, of various components here as well. But at any rate, what happens from here is we'll convert this into a opportunity to now track the rest of the document collection, sending it off to underwriting, all while keeping everything within Salesforce here. In the interest of time, that has already been done for us. So this is where the next phase of things will be kicked off, that an alert can be sent off to various parties. Hey, we have a new loan to keep an eye on, and we're going to mark this into the preparation stage because we're starting to gather documents. Richard has been kicked off into our point of sale system, and we're going to let him go ahead and submit his W-2s, his driver's license, and things of that nature. So while he's doing that, imagine we went on with the rest of our day following up with the leads. Maybe 1 or 2 days have gone by. Again, we've logged in to the home screen to start our day, and now I want to spend a little bit more time here on the application overview, see how my loans are performing overall to make sure that they're on track to close. So using our Einstein analytics, we can surface this data and make it actionable versus just values on a spreadsheet or a report. So I'm going to dive into the application needing my attention area and follow up with the clients in the middle of the filter here that are missing documents. There's our dear friend Richard and his mortgage application. So let's go ahead and dive into his record again to double check where he's at. So popping into his record here, let's navigate over to his loan application. And we'll see this area here, and this is the landing spot for all of the documents or information that was being collected inside of our point of sale system that we funneled Richard to earlier. So all of the details that we had him type in may be pulled from various documents, any related information on other applicants, co-applicants, properties, other assets that we're leveraging against taking a look at this loan. More importantly, on the far right side, we have a checklist here of what we need to follow up with and take a look at, all aggregated into what we call an action plan. So this is a repeatable template of processes to make sure that nothing is missed and we're following the right steps to make sure that this loan gets funded in a timely fashion. So we're on track with our tasks here. We're missing a couple of documents, more specifically the investment income and their checking account statement. So now that I've been alerted, we've been given Richard a little bit of time. We can pop back into his record that we've created for him to start tracking not only his loan application, but also everything about him. Should we want to track life events here at the top, other relationships with the family or other businesses, so we can reach out into other places to see where else we can get some more business. But at any rate, we're going to follow up with him on those two options. So we'll pick up the phone, give him a call here, mark down our notes that he is uploading today. And now we can have all this tied back to the opportunity and get this ready to be moved into underwriting. And we'll move on to the next phase of our process here. All of this can be reported on so I can see in a funnel view of where things are at, right, in various views. But now that I've gotten this one back on track, and we're going to take Richard's word for it, I'm going to pop back over to the home screen and then work down my list of other clients who are missing documents and following up with them. So that was a quick view of how this loan officer experience could be augmented and made more productive through Salesforce, aggregating multiple points of data, wrapping your processes around a individual, not an application, and creating a spot to manage all of that in one place. So thank you for your time and looking forward to talking with you more. Have a great day.
Thanks very much, Ryan. So what you just saw is that our focus and goal is to truly deliver an insights-driven process so that a loan officer can really reduce cycle time and maximize the likelihood of lead conversion. Thanks very much again, Ryan. Jeff, back to you.
All right, thank you, Gene. Well, let's talk a little bit about a couple of customers that are taking advantage of these use cases on Financial Services Cloud today in the mortgage space. And so we'll start with a conversation on NewRez. NewRez is one of the largest independent mortgage origination and services companies in North America. And the program at NewRez really started with the coming together of two companies, both NewRez and ShellPoint. And this really brought together a leading origination company with a leading servicing company. And one of the things that the combined company and NewRez identified very quickly was that it was a very disconnected experience between their origination and servicing functions. And they also recognized they had a huge opportunity in the market to provide that one-stop shop for their customers, for their clients. And at the same time, by virtue of bringing these companies together, they have the opportunity to be that long-term partner for their customers as well, as they move from home to home. And the program at NewRez really started with the implementation of Salesforce Financial Services Cloud, mortgage vertical specifically. Everything from upfront lead capture all the way through the loan process, all the way through to the creation of that customer, the funding of the loan, through to servicing of that customer as well, and the various support functions that go along with that, all the way through to recapture. And one of the big benefits that NewRez is being able to get out of the solution is not just the end-to-end process supported within Salesforce, but it's that intelligent experience. It's that data-driven process of having embedded analytics throughout every stage of the process, so that as a loan officer, we know exactly what leads to focus on and when. We know exactly kind of how to throttle our leads through our environment, how to drive the workflow around those leads through our environment across inbound, outbound, changing market conditions, be able to have those controls to funnel the right lead to the right loan officer at the right time. And then be able to have our loan officers throughout the progression of that loan process, be able to interact with their back office teams and get those status updates throughout the process without having to swivel chair and do a lot of things offline, living in Salesforce, all the way through to loan servicing, right? And one of the big transformations around loan servicing was being able to be customer centric, not just loan centric, right? Being able to house all the information we need to see at one client, even if they have multiple loans. And so that was really the journey that NewRez is working through right now on the Salesforce platform, harnessing the intelligent experience with Tableau CRM as part of that on Financial Services Cloud on the mortgage vertical. So great story with NewRez. We'll also talk a little bit about Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is a great story for leveraging Financial Services Cloud at scale, really across their bankers within their retail organization, and then being able to layer in processes between their bankers and all their lines of businesses, inclusive of their home mortgage function. And a lot of the work we did with Wells Fargo was really oriented around defining that strategy. How do we bring all those lines of business together in the banker experience to really transform the type of relationship that the banker can build with that banker's customers by enabling them to be really that quarterback on behalf of their customers across the organization. And so great experience, great journey with Wells Fargo, leveraging Financial Services Cloud across a number of different functions within their retail organization. And so these are two customers that are leveraging these types of solutions today. Love to talk with you more about how we can be helping your teams leverage Financial Services Cloud, and specifically in the mortgage industry. If you found this information helpful, we'd love to take that deeper dive with you. Hopefully your takeaway is that AI use cases for mortgage companies, they are real and achievable. It's available to you today. It's available to you on the Salesforce platform in a differentiated way, leveraging the intelligent experience, descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive analytics embedded into your business process. We'd love to talk with you about how we can help you more. Feel free to contact us at the information you see here on the screen. And thank you, everyone. Have a good day.